It is Saturday all day. This is your lockdown live number 30. So today I'm going to do some highlights of the week. I've decided, not realized, I've decided that I'm going to use Saturday as our recap. Why do we recap? Have you ever read a book? Have you ever read a book where they seem to repeat the message over and over again? Well, we do that because sometimes when we deliver a message, particularly about the mind and self-growth and mindsets and thinking and stuff like that, quite often we reject the first time we hear it. So sometimes in a book they will repeat the same message, maybe up to six or seven times. So I've decided on a Saturday I'm going to recap on the week because maybe it'll be helpful, and maybe sometimes people only have time to watch this once a week. So welcome to Home Radio. Home Radio can be accessed via apps. They have their own apps on iOS and Android. These podcasts, my podcasts, Invincible You, can be accessed via the apps. All of these videos go onto the apps. It can also be accessed from homeradio.co.uk, and you can enable Alexa if you want to. You're playing this on loudspeaker now. Alexa, enable Home Radio UK. Get in. That will send her ballistic. So the highlights for the week were, we looked at self-care. What constitutes self-care? What constitutes self-care are things like spending time on self, like having a little bath and maybe putting some nice product in there and lighting a candle. And I know that sounds really cliched. I know it sounds cliched, but it's self-care. Getting some hand cream. We did this on one of the Wellness Wednesdays. Getting hand cream and just rubbing it into your hand and spending some time really rubbing it into your hand. That's self-care. Anything where we spend time on ourselves is self-care. There will be a resistance again in the mind against self-care because we're not very good at it. And we're not very good at it because I think when we were younger, for a lot of us, we got told that it was selfish or that it was arrogant or that we were self-centered if we wanted to spend some time on our own, or we wanted to do something for ourselves. And actually it is none of those things, and actually it is really empowering and is so vital for our mental health. So that was self-care. Then we talked about kindness, and we talked about kindness to others, and we talked about the helpers high. The helpers high phrase comes from the fact that as humans we are helpers. We naturally help our community, and the reason we do that is because we want survival. A lot of this comes from our primal needs. So helpers high is when we want to help others, but actually the baseline is we want to help others so as we have survival of the species, so survival of human. The other thing we talked about, this is where we started the week, was primal need. Nearly everything that I discuss here seems to come from this primal need, and our primal need, which is a really tiny part of the mind and a really old part of the mind, but it's really powerful. And I think it's something like 5 times stronger, 5 times faster in its thinking methods than our more human side. It's there because it wants to warn us. It scans the horizon for thousands and thousands of pieces of data all the time. Our minds are constantly on the lookout for sounds and smells and sights all the time. Even whilst I'm talking to you here, there's a window right there, and my mind will be scanning all the time for any sign of danger, anything that could happen, just to keep me alive. But actually, all of that's amazing, can I just say? But it's also quite damaging, because if we let our primal mind take hold of us, then we get very anxious, we get very stressed, we get very worried. And actually, our primal mind only ever really wants us sat in the corner of a room rocking, is what I say often. Because then, if we're sat in the corner of a room rocking and we're not going anywhere, and we're hunkered down and we've got agoraphobia and we're never going to go out again, then all of a sudden we are safe. But of course we're not living. Okay, so we want this nice balance between primal mind and actually being able to live and go outside. The last year has exacerbated all of that. Why is it exacerbated? Because there's been a virus out there which has been very real and has taken some people away from this mortal earth of ours, and it is very, very real. Okay, so there is a reality there, but we still can't stop living because that's out there. Mindfulness, we looked at mindfulness yesterday, which was Friday. What is mindfulness and what it isn't? What it isn't is sitting cross-legged on the floor, humming like that. That's not mindfulness. Mindfulness is anything from engaging in a leaf outside and really kind of sinking into something and really looking at something in detail, to doing some really deep breathing, really, really, really deep breathing and feeling the breath go right down into the diaphragm and then feeling the breath come back out again. Even that can be classed as mindfulness. It's anything that we, I can't remember what the phrase was, so awareness, well, it's awareness and it's consciousness, intensely aware of what you are experiencing and what you are feeling. I love the word intensely, intensely aware of. So that's what mindfulness is. So don't be afraid of mindfulness. And mindfulness tips into the balance of meditation as well. Even deep breathing, really, really deep breathing, is some sort of can be classed as meditative work. Okay, so don't be afraid of those two words. Okay, don't forget that we do Wellness Wednesdays every Wednesday between 7 and 8, looking at a different subject. We started them last October to help people through the winter months because we were aware that because they were very cold, very dark, it's sometimes a harder period for us to get through, particularly this year. Next week, we are looking at happiness. Oh, that's such a big subject. What is happiness? Where do we get happiness from and how do we become happier? Such a massive subject. Uh, I almost feel quite vulnerable taking it on, but I really want to go there. I really want to look at happiness because it is that question that people ask often. What is happiness? Uh, you know that every day we are looking for we are looking at the Action for Happiness calendar. Today, it says, send a friendly message to support a local business. Again, I love that. I absolutely love that. Why are we doing that with a local business? Because a lot of local businesses are struggling right now. A lot of them have had to close down completely. So even if your beauticians or your hairdressers or your barbers has closed down, then just send them a message saying you're missing them and you can't wait for them to open, because it just might keep them that little more buoyant, because all of these people are really struggling right now. And remember to shop local. Try and keep all of your buying as local as possible, because it keeps the money in the local community. And for sure, try and keep money in the UK, because it just helps us. The Action for Happiness calendar tomorrow says, tell your loved ones why they are so special. So I wanted to tap into this just really briefly. What time is it? Really briefly, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. And I'm aware that with Valentine's Day, we kind of go, oh, it's Valentine's Day and it's only for couples and it's only for young people. No, I want Valentine's Day to be about love. Just love. People that just love each other. I want it to be about that. So whether you're single, whether you're partnered, doesn't matter. I want it to be about love, and I want us all to express those little pockets of love to everybody, and not necessarily just to our loved ones. Okay, so take that forward to tomorrow. Let's just show love tomorrow for everybody, and love and kindness to everybody tomorrow, because I think that would be absolutely amazing. I will be back on Tuesday at 8:15 for another one of these lockdown lives with another subject. I think next week I might look at thinking styles. Spend each day looking at a different thinking style, because we have a lot of really helpful thinking styles. Please remember to pass these on, share them with people, because for me these are really little interesting pieces of resource that can help people with their mental health. Okay, I'd really appreciate it if you did that. That's my local business. Yeah, get it out there. I'm not doing it for business, but I do it because I have a passion about keeping people peaceful and happy. Okay, so we're back on Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday. It's happening on Wednesday at 7. I wish you an absolutely amazing weekend. I don't know whether you saw it, but there was the most incredible sunrise this morning. Oh my God, it blew my mind. So get out there and look for really amazing sights, because there is. I know we're in a really cold snap right now, but still we get these amazing sunrises and sunsets. Okay, take care, love and peace to everybody, and I will see you on Tuesday. Take care, bye.